What's going on today, guys? Back with another gaming pickups video for you. This one's more of a mixed bag of games and goodies. Not so much like the last one I did with the free Xbox games. These ones I actually did pay for. So yeah, it's a nice little haul that I picked up. Nothing too special. Let's dive in, let's take a look and see what I picked up recently. And sticking with tradition, I recently picked up a couple HD DVDs. It's been a little while since I grabbed a couple. I was down at Value Village, and for whatever reason, they were keeping them all behind the glass. I don't know why. So I picked up The Frighteners and Land of the Dead. These are perfect for the Halloween season, which is right now. So I might check out these ones. You know, I'm kind of in for a spooky movie. I kind of want to watch something that's a little bit more creepy. The wife won't be into that, but I do want to check out a few. And I also picked up Elizabeth the Golden Age. Nothing too wild. Like these are getting a little bit more expensive at Value Village, getting a little harder to justify. Each of them were $5.99. Land of the Dead, actually, I might have gotten somewhere else. I can't remember because I don't have the price on it, and I wouldn't have taken it off yet. So I must have got that somewhere else. I can't quite remember where. $5.99 for The Frighteners and $5.99 for Elizabeth Golden Age. And yeah, like I said, it's not the best price for these. They seem to be going up a little bit in price, even if you follow them on Amazon and stuff like that, resellers. For whatever reason, they seem to be going up in price, but nothing mind-blowing, right? It's not a lucrative collection to have. It's just fun to collect and try to find in the wild. One of those, like a dead format that you know, you're not supposed to find or use anymore. It's fun to have, like beta and things like that, cassette and stuff. Like you're starting to see a little bit more of those things, vinyl. And yeah, so HD DVD is just one of them. So what I figured I would do is I would show these from newest to oldest in terms of consoles. And so the first one I picked up is Watch Dogs Legion on the Xbox One or Xbox Series X, whatever you want to say. I picked this up just because I do like the Watch Dogs series. I've beaten the first and second one. Never played this one yet, but I heard good things about it, you know, and it does have some connections with Assassin's Creed, which I'm not sure if it's lore or not, but either way, it's fun. I picked this up for $9.99. I can't remember if I said that already. I picked it up at the Source, and I was just so happened to be in the mall one day, and you know, you walk by the Source, and it's kind of hit or miss. You know, you're never sure. Like, should I go in there? Am I going to get blindsided by 4 employees that are all working there, and there's not a single other soul in the store? You know, luckily there was a few people in the store, so I was like, you know what, I'll just walk in kind of discreetly, look around, nothing too wild. I just so happened to be looking at the games, and I noticed that this one was on for $9.99, and I think it was on for $9.99 everywhere. I just didn't even know it was on sale, so I was like, you know what, I'll grab it, sure, great pickup. And the next game I picked up sticks to the Assassin's Creed theme. Assassin's Creed, the Rebel Collection on the Nintendo Switch. Nothing wild, didn't get no deal. Well, I did get a little bit of a deal on this. I think I paid $28 for this on Amazon, so wasn't too bad. Not the greatest, not the worst. I just wanted to be able to play it on the go. You know, I'm back into Black Flag. I played a little bit still on my PlayStation. Being able to play it portable and, you know, just laying in bed, you want to play a little bit of that. I love Black Flag. I love Assassin's Creed Rogue. Assassin's Creed Rogue takes place in Atlantic, Canada. Atlantic Canadian gamer. So, of course, you got to like it. Yeah, so this is great for the collection. I have no problems with it. I want to get the Ezio collection as well. And maybe Assassin's Creed 3 on the Nintendo Switch. I know they don't run as great as they do on the newer consoles, but the trade-off is that you do get that portability. And if I get the option to collect an Assassin's Creed game at a good price, then I'm going to pick it up. And the next one I picked up is on the Wii U, Madden 13. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to say that I also picked up FIFA Soccer 13 as well. I picked both of these up at Value Village, paid $5.99 each for them. Nothing too crazy. If I'm seeing any Wii U games in the wild, I'm going to pick them up at this point, if they're a good price, you know, if they're not too obscene. I still stand by the belief that the Wii U will be the next GameCube at some point. And what I mean by that is the fact that it did not sell well. Games are a little bit harder to find. These were the last sports titles that were made for them. So there was no FIFA Soccer 14 on the Wii U. There was no Madden 14 on the Wii U. These were the last ones that were made by EA. So yeah, I like to collect for the Wii U when I can find them on sale, especially in the wild. Like, I don't like to just go buy them on Amazon or whatever like that, or from a reseller or anything like that. But if I can find them in the wild at a good price, then I'm definitely going to pick them up. And the next one I picked up is on the PlayStation 3, God of War Ascension. And I just like collecting the God of War games at this point. Didn't pay the best price for this one. $9.99 at Value Village. I picked that one up when I was in Moncton. What's funny about these ones, and I like doing this in games, is I like to see if, you know, when I'm looking at them, I like to see what people still have in them. And I actually found the old EB Games receipt. This person paid $62.99 for this game when it came out. So, if I can get this game at $10 at Value Village now, then, I'm not complaining. It's good for the collection. I do want to go back and I want to play the Assassin's Creed games. I'm very excited for did I say Assassin's Creed? I meant God of War. I'm very excited for the God of War Ragnarok, and I really like collecting the God of War games. Do like collecting the Assassin's Creed games. I'm getting them mixed up at this point. Two franchises that I like to collect for now. I'm not going to get wild with the God of War and start collecting statues and stuff like I do on Assassin's Creed. In terms of God of War, I do like to collect the games. I'd like to go back and play them, especially on the PlayStation 3, 4, 5. And that way I can collect trophies and things like that. You kind of got a little bit more of an incentive to play them. So the next one on the list is on the Xbox 360. This one's not worth a ton, but I picked up Sega Superstars Tennis and Xbox Live Arcade Double Pack. I picked this up for $3.95, again, when I was in Moncton visiting family. It's not worth a ton. I think it's worth like $5. But for whatever reason, it caught my eye. I like the double collections like this. I like to, when you have these double collections. It's got both discs in it. It's got the instruction manual and everything else. So, yeah, I like to collect games like this. It's nothing too wild. I've never even actually heard of Sega Superstars Tennis. And I love the Mario Tennis games and stuff like that. So I figured it'd be big, dumb fun to play a game like this one night. Nothing too wild. You don't take it too seriously. Maybe if I want to play with the wife or friends or something like that. And back on the God of War train, I picked up God of War 2, the 2-disc set at Value Village. Paid $3.99 for that one. Just caught my eye because it is a 2-disc set. Didn't have the instruction manual, unfortunately, but yeah, having the 2 discs is pretty cool. At this point, I don't know if I would play the PlayStation 2 versions of the game because I do have them on PlayStation 3. That way you can collect trophies. I think it's 1080p. It'd be cool if I could play them backwards compatible on my PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4 and stuff. In terms of collection, it's good for the collection. Good to just have these God of War games, and at $3.99, I'm not going to pass up a deal like that. And finally, what I did pick up is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater on the Nintendo 64. Paid $20 for this one. Not a deal at all, but this game is a childhood game of mine, and it was one of those games that really caught my attention as a child, and I remember being a kid playing these on the Nintendo 64. I played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 on the Nintendo 64, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 on the PC, using a keyboard of all things. I also had it on the Game Boy Advance and a couple other systems. Just the Tony Hawk series in general just always has been, it's been near and dear to my heart in terms of gaming. If I have to pay $20 to pick up a Nintendo 64 game, then I'm going to do it. Me and the wife were on vacation. We were down in the valley. We're maybe about an hour away. Saw it at a local pawn shop, selling it for $20. So I was like, this is a no-brainer. I'm just going to pick it up because I want to go back and play it. I want to play it on my Nintendo 64 with my Hyperkin N64 controllers and, see if I can still get used to the controls, because I know it was a little bit different on the N64 using the C buttons, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying this one. This one's a fun one to have in the collection. I do want to get more of the Tony Hawk games on the N64. 2 and 3 would be a lot of fun. For the longest time, I didn't even know 3 was on the Nintendo 64. So I remember that being one of the first GameCube games that I rented from Blockbuster was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. My parents rented it for me for New Year's Eve. I got the GameCube for Christmas with actually just Super Smash Bros. Melee, but they did rent out Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 for me on New Year's Eve, and I still have very vivid, fond memories of that game. So I definitely like collecting the Tony Hawk games, except 5. 5 sucks.
Even just the way you fall in this is like ridiculous. This is a terrible Tony Hawk game.
And probably a couple other ones, but definitely 5 sucks. But yeah, I'm very happy to have this one in the collection. So that's it for me, guys. Not a crazy haul for me or nothing like that. Just some fun games that I can add to my collection. Games that meant things to me, like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Collections I like to have, like God of War. Again, nothing too wild, but it was a fun haul. Show you my games that I've picked up recently. I still have a couple more hauls to do, a couple more free games that I've picked up recently. I'm going to do some videos on those ones. So if you do like these videos, make sure you do like and subscribe. Make sure you comment below. Let me know the latest gaming hauls that you've picked up. But for now, guys, have a good one.